Hey guys, and welcome to Void of This Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena Valor content. And I know that I have promised a Errol Solo lane video on this channel, but I've just played a really crazy game where everyone was just trolling around. I'm gonna explain it in short, but I had to play Errol in the jungle again. That was because I was picking Errol at the very first person, and I have chosen him to play him on the solo lane. But then we had another solo laner, and then we had someone who thought that Zuka on the solo lane might be still a good choice. And he said like, oh, you're gonna troll, so I'm gonna troll you. And I was like, dude, like, I picked first, what's your problem? And we still have another solo laner, so I don't really see the complication about this. But the problem is, we ended up in the end of the game with an AFK player, so we were playing 4 versus 5. Everything was going really smoothly at the beginning of the game, but then in the end we had some problems because, of course, if you play 4 people, or if you've got 4 people in your team and you're playing versus 5 people, and the team actually work, there's one player missing. So it was kind of like a really tense game at the end, and I can tell you this was like probably the best game I've ever played because I finished on myself. I just finished the whole fucking game on myself, and if you won't subscribe after this game, I don't know how I can help you. So a subscription is what you need to do if you have seen this video and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And you should definitely like it because I think that was brilliant. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the build in short because I have just recorded it in German. So we're going to do it in English. And then we've got some gameplay for you, and it's gonna be mental. Like it's a mental breakdown at the end of the game. It was for me. I'm so hyped right now. Like, it's crazy. Enjoy. Well, guys, in my last video I said that this is basically like something that I just picked up, but after playing it for the second time in the jungle and it worked really, really well, I think this is really good build to go for. So you've got the sustain, you've got the madness, you've got the Leviathan, and you've got the rank breaker and the omni-arms just to deal some more damage. And so far as I know, Errol, he's got the capability of dishing out tremendous amounts of damage, and you're gonna see that in the video. So I'm gonna keep this short. Arcana wise, I'm going full damage. No tank things here. We've got the Onslaught 10 times. We've got Assassinate 10 times. I take that over Gorilla or anything else. And I've got Skewer 10 times. And enchantment-wise, and it worked really, really well. We've got the Devourer, so that's sustain. We've got the Bone Cutter, that's sustain. And we've got the Desperate Duel as the ultimate enchantment. And on the sub side, we have the Reaper's Blessing as well as the Gunslinger. It turned out so nicely. Like it was just, everything was just perfect. So here we are. I've already chosen the jungle item, like the kukri. And as you can see, Zuka is about to, as I said in the beginning of the video, Zuka is about to spoil my jungle. Like, he's like, okay, I'm gonna troll. I'm like, get a life, dude. Like, is this seriously your opinion on this? Like, are you going to do that? So I just punished the fuck out of this, and luckily, it was kind of like, it was a mixed feeling. Like, he spared his last attack, so he was kind of trolling or not trolling in the end. I don't really know it, but I reported him in the end just for being AFK because I just don't like this kind of behavior. Like, even if you have a bad matchup, man up. Like, it's 15 minutes of your fucking life. You will have more minutes to spare, and don't do this. Like, we could have won the game easily with the Zuka playing along, but he didn't. And I just didn't really like it. So landing both abilities on Butterfly was actually quite nicely. And I was just clearing here, and I don't know what happened here. What was that? Like, was she sleeping? Like, what did she think? That I might return to base with full life? Like, that's not gonna be an option at all. So, in the end, I just need to refresh the screen here so that you see the full light. In the end, it worked really, really well. So I'm now on a 101. Russ got executed here at the bottom lane, but everything was just really falling into place. Like, you know that I like this kind of expression, but it was actually really good. Like, some of the people here in the game that really got me a headache was the Darcy. So I thought about doing Slayer, Abyssal Dragon, but as I saw that everything was so low, I decided on going in, and I don't know why they didn't follow me. Like, it was just so nice. It was going so well. I love that game. Like, I actually felt like a god here. Dealing some damage on the one hand, on the other hand, you get the Vision Bird, and you're just like, well, it actually worked quite nicely. Then I got Valheim stealing my camps. I don't know what this was, like if that's actually something that you do. I've got Zuka cleaning my camp. And I was just like, guys, I need that farm. Like, that's important for me. I mean, I do have 2 kills, that's for sure, but... And you can see that Zuka is kind of twisted because now he tries to protect the middle lane. So he's not really super trolling, but he's kind of trolling because he steals camps. And that said, he kind of announced it in the beginning because he said, okay, troll. And this is just something that doesn't work out for me. Like, it's just not happening. You can't do it. Like, be a better player, don't troll. It's just not nice for your teammates. So we thought that this might actually be a good idea. And the idea was nice. Another dead Tara. Wonder Woman's got to deal with Butterfly here just for a short while. And afterwards everything is just going really, really smoothly. I really like that game. On the one hand, it gave me headaches, but on the other hand, it was just like perfectly executed. Not perfectly, yeah, I know. You guys will stress that. So I was running down and saw like everything is just going on here. And I was like, okay, how can I help that? And then Zuka went in. So he did a good move on that. Like he kind of, I don't know what players like that. Like Maxime has something going on like that, if you know that League of Legends player. And he has this one movie where he's like, rage mode, and he's talking about Graves, one of the AD carries in the game, and he's like, well, sometimes it's like that, sometimes it's like that, so he's a good player, but then he's not. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna punish that, like, but you don't need it, and you're basically dead, so just go home, you idiot. Panda. Pandas are really idiots. Have you guys seen videos of pandas? They seem so stubborn and so crazily out of place. No, pandas are a race to be diminished. So I see Butterfly coming in here. So of course I have a problem because I can't finish the Abyssal Dragon. But Ross sees that play and goes in quite well. And yeah, here we go. That was the Reaper's Blessing on Darcy. We were finally able on getting it, and I just continue my killing spree. I'm on 5 kills right now. Valheim gets a kill here, and he gets another kill here, which is always nice. Like, you want your AD carry to be fed. That's something that you want to happen. So we get a pretty easy first middle tower after 6 minutes. I think that's quite fine. Like, could have been faster, but I'm not gonna complain about it because it was actually well executed and we went in quite well, and I'm stealing the buff here. As my teammates are stealing my buffs, I'm stealing the enemy's buffs, so not really that much of a problem. I get her because I have extended my ult here. And now I'm going in. I was really wondering because I thought that Tara might just have a little bit more health. Dominating here, and now look at that. Like, this is gonna be crazy. Health, health, health. Like, she's doing some damage. And then I'm gone. No one cares about me. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna straight back to business. This is so smooth. Like, I really enjoyed it. Like, I think they should have chased me just a little bit more. Usually I'm a person who advises you guys, especially the new ones, to not chase at all, because it's a no-no. You don't want to do it. Chasing is always a bad thing. But right now I had the Hercules Madness at 7 minutes. And I felt quite comfortable about that, because now I've got a little shield, I've got some more armor, I've got some more damage. So everything is kind of nice. Darcy doesn't deal that much damage to me. I saw that someone was hooked, but I had the dragon on my list. Like, that was the important thing. And I was jumping in, like, I got a jungle creep, but I was thinking, like, what am I doing here? This is not the way you're supposed to play it. You need to get out. And I got out, and everything went fine. I just hate the fact that the game was actually really stubborn at the end of the game, because now we've got 8 minutes. Everything is really, really great. I've got 6 kills and 4 assists, so I'm doing fairly well. And I've still got Azuka in the jungle who tries to steal my camps, and I still don't get it. Like, right now he could have just adopted to the game. He could have thought, like, okay, I'm going to kill AD carries, that's my role for this moment right now, and I'm fine with that. But he still keeps on being an idiot. And that's just something that I don't really like. And now he's doing something good, like he's actually playing with the team, so I don't really understand this kind of behavior. He's got the defend move. And again, I'm going in, and there's a Tara. So I'm rushing out, letting Darcy do his Darcy stuff. He's still pretty full, and I've got some complications here, because I did not really target him. I was targeting the minions because he was hiding in the brush, but I don't really care about him, so it doesn't really matter that much. And I went on for full killing spree. I've got 7 kills right now. What are these guys about to do about this? Like, I've got 0 deaths. This is something spectacular in Void of Dusk history. 9 minutes played straight, and I haven't been killed at least once. Not even once. I thought that I was on the top of the world. 25 stacks. I've got the Gargoyle buff, the Spirit Sentinel. Who would contest that? Like, no one. So I was looking on the stuff that Wonder Woman was doing. And look at that right now. Like, we have been fighting down at the bottom lane. So I don't know if Wonder Woman knew, but we knew that everything was just going crazy on bottom lane. So I decided to take that tower as well. And then afterwards going straight out, because now, as you can see, Grok is moving in, Butterfly is moving in. So it was the right decision. We just went out like immediately. It worked so nice. I don't get it. Like, I don't get why people are assholes and playing like stupid if you've got the possibility to win the game. So I wanted to help out here with the Telenas kill, but my teammates are able to get it. So that's all right. I do snag some gold here. And I think the basic thing that the enemy did wrong so far was like separating and splitting up all the time. That's like some major thing that they did. They did not really group up, because right now Zuka is already AFK in the base. You can see that by his summoner icon, like he's not here. And the only tank that we have, and it's some kind of hybrid tank, is Wonder Woman. So we have some kind of difficult position at the moment in order to get things done. As you can see, like my team is dead right now, so I need to get out, and I won't make it because Grux got his hook. So we went in and we put everything on one single card. And of course, that did not really work out because one of our teammates was missing. Like, if we would have had Zuka, eventually he would have been able to just stall the enemy lines, get the damage dealers, especially Darcy and Telenas are really a problem at the moment, but we can't do anything against them. That's just a fact. Like, that's something that we can't change. So right now they have just in one short action opened up the gate to our core. That's fact. Like, you can't do anything against it. And now we need to make a play on this very moment and about all the things that happened before, because otherwise they will finish the game pretty shortly. So Grug tries to hook, but they've got a really nice team composition. Like, they've got a real true tank, which is Grug. They've got two great damage dealers, Telenas and Darcy, and they do have Tara as well. Like, Tara tanks a shit of damage right now. So this was a really good shutdown. We got the butterfly, because otherwise butterfly will just basically jump through the whole team. Plain solid, like, that's just how the game works. So I saw the enemies here, and I was thinking like it might just been a good move to go in. And as you can see, I'm able to get two of them. So that's a double kill. And I'm getting Grug here as well, so this is the triple kill. So we kind of cleaned up everything. Making this kind of problem that we had with the whole situation into something good. And then I jumped in and I did something stupid. I thought that I could come in back again, and she killed me. So the situation is pretty much fucked up. We've got a team with a level 15 butterfly. We have one person being AFK missing. I'm not full build right now. And we have the problem that they have pushed a whole lane to the very core of this game. So the only thing that they need to do is to go down, push mid lane, and they've got the range. Like, they've got a really nice range with Telenas. She's dealing damage like a machine gun right now in the game. We've got Valheim, who's a great character. He's got plenty of sustainability and he's got really good moves. But the problem is we can't reach Telenas if I'm not using my ult. So I decided, let's take Slayer right now. I don't know why I did it, but I decided to do it. And the one thing, the very one thing that you should keep in mind right now is that they are completely pushing bottom lane. You should focus on the bottom lane right now if you're watching this video, because you can see that my whole team ported back. That's the important information. And I'm on the heels of Darcy. And I almost got him. I don't know where the shield came from, but I already got Darcy. Kinda. Like, he's been quite dead. And now I activated the Drake that we've got from the Darkslayer. And look what's gonna happen right now. I finished the game by myself. No help needed. The Darcy could not defend the push that I have just made, and in an instance where the enemy team was basically thinking, I know their call. The call was, someone needs to retreat because Errol is pushing. And one person thought, okay, I might be responsible for that. I'm dealing sufficient damage. I need to go back and I'm gonna kill him. And he didn't. And I finished the game single-handed, and it was beautiful. So that's something that I wanted to share. I know that you guys wanted to see Errol on the solo lane. I think he's gonna do great. I really like the character. It actually fits my playstyle. Dashing around, axing around, going in. But I had to share this with you guys because I think it's just going to teach you a lesson. If you have a plan, stick to it and you will be victorious. That's what I'm gonna tell you, and that's what I'm going to put here, and I will leave it with you because that was actually beautiful. And I had to report the Zuka because I don't like this kind of behavior. And well, you're gonna see the stats afterwards, and if you haven't subscribed, I can just tell you, please do so. It's gonna help me a lot, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.